Our air.
So Marvin Harrison can catch a football or no.
He's got to be over those or something.
I hope that, boy, the Hoosiers and the Colts have tough games on the road this week.
I thought they were.
That's your gag underway.
Okay, it's 11 o'clock. We'll get started. Welcome to our September 25th, 2025 Board of Public Works meeting. We'll begin with roll call.
Fair.
Present.
Aaron Wall.
Present.
Matt Kirk.
Present.
Larry Graham.
Here.
Myself.
Thank you, Charlie. Before we get started, I know we're starting to leak out, but I would like to read a portion of a letter I received via email last night by Jim Rollinson from Indiana IEDC made out to the city of North Vernon. The Indiana Economic Development Corporation is pleased to present the following proposal for funding of a grant award for the city of North Vernon for our downtown North Vernon redevelopment project in the amount of $4 million. So you can add that to the list of wins for the city of North Vernon over the last couple weeks. We've been very fortunate and really excited about the change and revitalization we'll see in downtown North Vernon over the next few years. So thanks to all involved. If you've had a chance to approve minutes from our August 25th or to review, we need a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Bear makes a motion to approve the minutes and seconded by Pat. Any comments, questions? If not, show of hands. All for, opposed, motion carries 3-0. A couple agenda items. First, opening of proposals for concrete work at the city park. Bobby and or Tim, any comment on scope of this project, what we're doing to solve our stormwater issues?
After the bids are open and we're allowed to take them under advisement, we'll meet with Bobby and the Parks Board and make a decision, recommendation on the lowest responsible bidder will be awarded the project.
Is it still your intention to have this completed this year?
Yes. Has to be completed by December 31st.
Yes. Yeah, this is.
The first bid, Dave O'Meara Contractors. It looks like the total is $246,974.51.
We have a bid from Harmon Construction Incorporated, and their bid is for $294,000 even.
Okay, I'd make a motion to. Got one third? Never mind. Okay, the third one is from Douglas Excavation and Construction. Their base bid price for the project is $210,370.00. $210,370. Now I would make a motion to take the bids under advisement.
Second.
Vernon seconds the motion. All in favor, show of hands. All opposed, motion carries 3-0. Thank you to all three proposed bidders. Next on the agenda, opening of proposals for park concessions. Maybe before we get started, I'll say we have just completed the third year of a 3-year contract. The City Park Board, Parks Director and Program Manager and I have had discussions about whether to take those back over internally or to continue to lease those out, if you will. So again, a decision, this will be also taken under advisement, and will determine, from a financial standpoint, if the city would be better off financially serving it out or taking it over in-house. So we'll see what the proposals are to begin with. I have a proposal from Jason Myers, Meyers, from Brownstown, Indiana. His proposal is for $10,001 per year, $10,001.
I have one from Carl Knight. And it is a commission proposal, total annual payment per year in 2 installments, $20,000. Carl Knight, $20,000, 2 installments of $10,000 each.
That's annual.
Annual.
Okay, thank you.
And these are just the RFPs. I don't see any quotes in here.
In the third.
On the front of it said Nick Magel, the RFPs, but that, he just sent the RFPs back. I don't see a quote from him.
Interesting.
Let me look through it again just to make sure.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah. I just make sure there's not one in there.
I found one. What's this?
There you go.
It should be on the last page.
Yeah, well,
It's not,
I don't know, it's kind of in the middle, but here, no, I think this is it right there.
okay. This is from Nick Magel, $6,250 on April, and it shows a total of $12,500. So in 2 installments, that's $6,250.
Did you get those, Charlie? Jason Myers, 10,001, Carl Knight, 20,000, and make it 12,500. We'll review with the park board and Bailey and Bobby and make a decision about whether to move forward with Carl or take those in-house in the near future. So I'll make a motion to allow the park board to award after they determine a financial standpoint of whether to move forward. On how to put that, you know where I'm going with it. They want to come back to this board for approval, just let them.
I second.
Second. Vernon seconds the motion. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. On to other business. Gary, anything from the street department today?
Have anything from the board today?
Bobby and/or Bailey, Park? Chief Cole?
Actually,
What?
just real quick.
Okay.
So on last Wednesday, everybody knows, or should know by now, that we responded to the Hicks Street fire at Ronnie Clark's old garage. I just want to kind of give you an update on how that went. That we responded about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we only had 3 people on shift that day. They fought that fire by themselves for 25 minutes before we had anybody else show up to help. The assisting department showed up. Vernon Township came with 3. Campbell Township responded with 1 that does not do any firefighting operations. Lubbock Township brought 5 with only 1 that was certified to do any firefighting operations. And at the same time, this fire was going on, Scipio and Spencer Township were on a field fire on the north end of the county, which took away 2 departments that would normally come in and help. So to say the least, our personnel were pretty exhausted at that time. 25 minutes by yourself for a fire that big is pretty remarkable on their part. I did talk to Rick Bergmeyer about the dispatch incident, and their people were following their protocols or procedures, so there was no fault on theirs, on their end. But he did tell me that day, outside of severe weather on September 17th, I call it, that 911 did 109 calls, 911 calls in a 12-hour period. So it tells you how big or how busy the county was on that day. And I know PD's been fairly busy, Sheriff's Department's been busy, but it's only getting worse for us. That day, there was 5 EMS calls running at the same time, so the ambulance service was almost non-existent. I just kind of bring to light that this is, it's becoming almost a daily, not fires obviously, but the amount of calls is almost becoming a daily occurrence for what we see throughout all emergency services. But I do want to commend the staff that was on that day for fighting that fire for 25 minutes by themselves. So again, I just want to let you know how that went.
Is there any way from an educational, what amazes me are the reasons for some of the 911 calls. Or maybe I should say they shouldn't be 911 calls, right? The amount of calls dispatch gets that are not an emergency is overwhelming as well. How do we educate the people on, on calling the police department's, secretary staff or out of the fire station rather than 911 when there's not an emergency? Or is this just something we're always going to battle?
I wish I had an answer for that. This is not a lie. This is an actual call that I took and went on when I was in EMS, that we got called for a 35-year-old male who fell in the bathtub and stubbed his toe and wanted to go to the ER. And we have to respond. That's law. We don't have to respond or choice to say no, sorry. And it's becoming more and more frequent. I don't want to say the abuse of the 911 system, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know how to educate outside of.
Doesn't the caller get charged? Is there no fees that go back to them?
No, a $5,000 ambulance ride, if they don't have insurance, it comes back on John Q. taxpayer one way or another too, so. Ideally, how many firefighters would you want on a structure fire that size?
So NFPA, or the National Fire Protection Association, has set out standards for 1710 and 1720, but just so that's a little different, but I will give you that a single story, single family residence on the first alarm, they want 15. That's the standard.
Okay.
And we had 9 total show up that day to help us on that garage.
Any other questions, Chief? Thank you.
Thank you.
Lucas, anything from the PD today?
We had a construction update this morning, if you want me to go over any of that.
Maybe for those who aren't looking at it every day like me, you can give them a quick update, sure. If you would.
So we had a meeting this morning with Lancer and the contracting company. The last 2 weeks progress, they got trusses set and they installed all of the decking. They've got the water barrier done and they've started some of the brickwork and got the brick materials delivered. They are about a week behind right now. Some of that's due to weather. They feel like looking on future stuff that they found time where they can get that made up to stay on track. The next 2 weeks, they're looking at installing shingles, completing the framing, installing the stone and brick, and installing the fire protection. So that's the next 2 week goal.
Very good. Any
Other than
questions?
that, they didn't really have any other concerns or anything else that's.
For those that are concerned, you can confirm that the finished color of the building will not be pink.
Yes, we went over that. We have had quite a few people.
Yes, me too.
We all hit pink.
Me too.
Yep, so we should start seeing the insulation board go up here, earlier this week, if not later this week. They've already done, one corner of the building with the insulation board before the brick and stone go up. So should see the rest of that go up, and then stonework and shingles will be the next big thing these next 2 weeks.
Any questions for Sergeant Newsom? No. Thank you, sir. Elise, anything from code enforcement? Press, mayor's office, clerk's office, legal team? Okay. Any other thing for the board to bring up? If not, we'll move on to payroll. We have a payroll claim in the amount of $21,641.12 for September 23rd, $179,153.82 for September 26th. I would make a motion.
There's also the update we want to send.
Yeah. And then there, one second.
Oops. I apologize. And then also $174,995.87 for September 12th. That's what I get for bringing my own agenda, Charlie. Wait for you.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Bear makes a motion to
I'll
approve
second
the
it.
payroll claims and Pat seconds. All in favor, show of hands. All opposed? Motion carries 3-0. And finally, we have an approval of claims of $458,194.21. Anything of significance?
There's a couple things. It's $49,000 for the purchase of a truck for the street department, and $361,192 for runway lights at the airport. 90% of that's been reimbursed from grants.
Very good. With that, I make a motion to approve the claims presented.
I'll second.
Barron seconds the motion. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 3-0. And if there's nothing else, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I got one question.
Yes,
quick.
Pat.
The walking trail, where we at on it? Is a consultant been picked yet for that, design work?
On the $4 million grant?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
HWC was
Okay.
awarded the design work on the trail project.
Okay.
And if I didn't say so before, ARA was awarded as the grant administrator for the recent $2 million Indiana Main Street award.
So
Okay, thanks.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Pat makes the motion to adjourn the meeting. I'll second his motion. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Meeting adjourned at 11:17. Thank you, everyone.
Two packets.